Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sweet Tea Topics with Miss Taylor, where the tea is sweet and so are the topics. Now, for today's podcast, we're going to be talking about what is a hero. Now, I did some research, and according to the Oxford Dictionary, a hero is a person who is admired or idealized for courage, outstanding achievements, or notable qualities. Notable qualities, people who you can truly look up to, people who are trying to get you to see things differently, giving you ideas of how to really be a better person in this world or help you to be a better person in this world. Now, I figured, hey, how can I talk about heroes and not ask the internet, well, what are some people that they consider to be heroes? So, like most people my age, I went and I looked it up on Chat-GPT. Now, I asked it, who are the heroes of history? And here were some names that I was given. In real life, they said Rosa Parks, Cesar Chavez, Malala Yousafzai, and it even went on to think about first responders. Now, why would a first responder be a part of that? Because they want to keep you safe. Now, if we're thinking about heroes, they want to keep you safe, not only physically, mentally, even emotionally. So they even talked about everyday heroes. It's first thing that ChatGPT said at the very top of the list was teachers. Like me, like you, every single one of you in this room. Teachers, right? Nurses, parents, military members, okay? People who are trying to affect change, make changes, help people think about how they can make changes. Now, for our podcast today in Sweet Tea Topics, we're going to be talking about Maya Angelou, right? And Maya Angelou, why would she be considered a hero? She would be considered a shiro, if it as it were, because she used her words and her poetry to help encourage people. She fought for civil rights. She worked alongside Malcolm X. She worked alongside Martin Luther King. Her best friend was Coretta Scott King, which was Martin Luther King's wife. And she even talked with women like Oprah Winfrey and really shared her ideas to help people think about, how can I really help my society to be better? How can I be better? So she used her words to help people inspire change. Now, she did write a book that was called I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. And this phrase that she used for this title is so beautiful because it's talking about how people can often feel caged up and not want to share their ideas. But she's saying, why does the caged bird eventually sing? Well, when she was around the age of 3 or 4 years old, she didn't speak for 3 to 5 years. And this was because of her own personal traumas. So when she got to an age when she was ready to speak, she did. So her point was that she wants children to realize that they can also be brave. She wants them to realize that teenagers can stand up for what's right, use their voices to think about how they can advocate for one another. She wanted people to realize that they could use their voices to affect change, like we've said. Now she even identifies how adults can do this, right? She wants them to heal from their personal traumas, maybe in their childhood, right? And lift others up. Now, there was a specific quote in her book that said, "There is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside you." So she wants adults to realize that their words, their experiences can help build people up. And that's exactly what she did with her own stories and her own ideas. She wanted to help people learn from her own experience and help them think about how they can be a change in society. Now, we keep saying society, 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 right? So how can society work into this? Now, Maya Angelou is a shiro, as it were, because she highlights civic responsibility, whether it's freedom of speech, education, poverty, racism, right? She wanted people to know that there are so many things that are bigger than just one person that you have to consider. It's your civic responsibility to think about, what can I do to help? How can I think differently? And there's a specific quote that I'm going to leave us with here on our podcast today for Sweet Tea Topics, where she says, if you don't like something, change it. And if you cannot change it, change your attitude. So, changing your attitude, changing your thinking, changing the way that you view what is happening, right? How can you be a person that can inspire change in young minds, right? As educators, we're going to come to a point where people are asking us questions and we have to know what we can do to be of help. And that is why I believe that Maya Angelou is a shero, because she made sure that she shared her ideas to instill young minds and other people to think differently about how they can be beautiful people in this world. So, thank you for tuning in to Sweet Tea Topics, and I want you to think about what we always say: know your worth and then add tax. Have a good one.